So I got off the bus, and this is what curiosity does to you. This is the dumbest thing I've done in my life. I'm walking now, so I have to go to the principal's office because I was like witness to this shit. So I'm in the principal's office sitting there, and the one thing I did was I looked under the bus. So I see this, and I look under the bus as I'm walking to the principal's office, and I see these little kids' shoes. Now, I'm telling you this because this shit it's about PTSD, and you know, so I already had it from my childhood. Now I'm in 7th grade, and I see these little kids' shoes like this big. He was an elementary kid, just twisted in, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then nearly a year later, the day after Christmas, a year later, my soon-to-be stepdad gets murdered. And I tell you that because I slept on my floor for probably, I don't know, 4 months to 6 months.
Why?
I was afraid to sleep in my bed for some reason. Psychological fucking, like, wow. But I'm painting this picture for you to let you know where I was at. For notebooks that stayed in the class. Mm-hmm. So, and you know, obviously your name's on it. Yeah. You go get your notebook for a class. And I always sat back in the back of every class, man, because I just want to be, just don't look at me, don't call on me. Yep. I don't know shit. I opened my notebook up to the first page, and on it was a noose, like a little hangman noose, with me hanging from it with the same thing, nigga, we're gonna kill you. In 1995, the KKK marched in the 4th of July parade in Brazil, Indiana. Now, they weren't allowed to march like actually in the parade. My mom didn't know how bad my grades were. She never saw one report card. I hit everything from, and she didn't even ask. She was so bogged down with life. And so I got away with a lot of shit because her mind was occupied. So it made me, honestly, a weaker person. So I scammed life. My mom helped me scam life for a while. But this time I couldn't scam life. I went the second time, took the ASVAB test, failed it again. And a week later, she got a letter in the mail from my high school. And I'm a junior in high school, and the letter says pretty much your son's gonna flunk out. He's missed 25% of school, because she was always gone, so I didn't went to school. He's gonna miss school, and so, or he's gonna flunk out. So I was exposed once again. My mom goes, well, she read the letter to me, she put my bed, and her best advice was, guess what? You're gonna flunk out of school. That was it, in the conversation. So this is when I developed my accountability mirror. And
this is awesome.
I look in the mirror, and at this time, I didn't want to be the black kid in school. There's like 5 or 6 of us in school, out of like 1,700 kids, something like that. And I made up a character to kind of like draw attention from color. Okay. And so what I did was I started to design haircuts. And one haircut I had was the old man. And I shaved my head up here just like this. You did this? I did this. Okay. And I would keep the hair on the side like an old man has. And one time I shaved my whole head and had a reverse part. So I had hair up here and they kind of zigzag. So I did things to be this cool, crazy, kind of like creative kid. You know, like Criss Cross came out this time, so I had my pants sagging but backwards. So my back pockets were here. I had a toothbrush. I was crazy, man. But I was a crazy cool kid in school. So I look in the fucking mirror, I see this letter, I'm fucked up, and I'm like, you know what, man, no one's coming to help me. I remember back to what my principal said, 'cause I went to the principal when they wrote that shit on my car and in my notebook, and the best advice he can give me, God help his soul, was this: they're ignorant. They spell nigger Niger. God. And so but honestly, I talked to the guy as I wrote my book, and I have nothing wrong with Principal Freeman. I actually interviewed him for the book, and he was happy to interview. He's a good man. What the fuck you could tell some black kid, you're a white guy in white society, what you could tell me? You could shut down the fucking school and have a fucking damn. So I started talking to myself this way in this mirror. What the fuck is Principal? Because at that time, like, this is the best you can fucking do, Principal Freeman? That was my mind then, but in this mirror, it wasn't my mom, it wasn't Principal Freeman, it wasn't my dad, it was me. Because wasn't nobody coming back to fucking help David Goggins. That was my mindset now. And so with my non-spelling ass, I started getting these sticky notes and writing, you're fucked up. And my mom wakes up like, what is wrong with you? I go, man, I have to change because I can't stay here. I can't, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was defeated. I go, look at myself. I'm like, who am I? So I'm defeated in this mirror, and I'm like, okay, I'm changing. I said, Mom, can we please get a tutor? So we can only afford $15 a week for a tutor. So I have 4 hours a month. Okay. 4 hours a month. I had a 4th grade reading level, man. Wow. 4 hours a month for 6 months. That's all I had. So this tutor did one thing for me, very big. Wish I could remember her damn name. But basically, she saw that I was slow, very slow, and couldn't retain shit. And I think she was joking. She was, you're gonna have to write down everything 1,000 times for you. Remember this.